A pitch deck is a visual presentation of your business plan. It's used to introduce your company, explain the need for your product or service, and demonstrate how you plan to make money. It's typically presented to potential investors and partners as part of the fundraising process. A well-crafted pitch deck should give an overview of your business and help you to articulate your vision and strategy. Creating a pitch deck involves gathering the right information, designing the presentation, and practicing your delivery. You'll need to include information about your company background, problem and solution, target market and competitive landscape, team and business model, and financials. When it comes to design, you'll need to consider the layout and visual structure, color scheme and font selection, and tips for using images, charts, and graphs. And finally, you'll need to practice your presentation using storytelling and delivery tips and techniques. When preparing your pitch deck, it's important to include information about your company. This should include an overview of your mission, your product or service, and your target market. You'll also want to include any key milestones you've achieved, as well as any awards or recognition you've received. This will help to build credibility and demonstrate the progress you've already made. The next section of your pitch deck should explain the problem that your product or service is solving. This should include both the current state of the problem, as well as how your product or service is uniquely positioned to solve it. You'll also want to demonstrate how your solution is better than existing solutions and how it will benefit your customers. This will help to explain the value of your product or service. In order to convince potential investors of the viability of your business, you'll need to demonstrate that there is a viable market for your product or service. You'll need to explain who your target customer is, as well as the size and characteristics of the market. You'll also need to explain who your competitors are and how you differentiate yourself from them. This will help you to demonstrate why your solution is the best choice. The next section of your pitch deck should focus on your team and business model. You'll need to demonstrate the expertise of your team and how they are uniquely qualified to execute on your vision. You'll also need to explain the structure of your business model, including how you generate revenue and how you plan to scale. This will help to demonstrate the potential of your business. The final section of your pitch deck should include financial information. This should include an overview of your current financials and a projection of your future financials. You'll also want to include information about your fundraising goals and how you plan to use the funds. This will help to demonstrate the potential return on investment for potential investors. When it comes to designing your pitch deck, you'll want to focus on the layout and visual structure. This should include using a consistent color scheme and font throughout the presentation, as well as creating a logical flow of information. You'll also want to make sure to create space between sections and use simple, easy-to-read text. This will help to make your presentation look professional and organized. When selecting a color scheme and font for your pitch deck, it's important to keep it simple. You'll want to choose colors that are pleasing to the eye and fonts that are easy to read. You'll also want to make sure that the colors and fonts you choose are consistent throughout the presentation. This will help to create a unified, professional look. Using visuals such as images, charts, and graphs can help to make your presentation more engaging and persuasive. When selecting visuals, you'll want to make sure they are relevant to the content and that they are easy to understand. You'll also want to use visuals sparingly and make sure that they are not distracting from your main message. This will help to create an effective and compelling presentation. When preparing to present your pitch deck, it's important to take the time to practice and prepare. You'll want to familiarize yourself with the content, as well as practice your delivery. You'll also want to make sure to focus on the key points of your presentation and practice using storytelling to explain your business. Taking the time to properly prepare will help to make your presentation more engaging and persuasive. When presenting your pitch deck, it's important to use storytelling to explain your business. Storytelling can help to make your presentation more engaging and persuasive. You'll want to focus on the story of your business, highlighting the problem you are solving, the people you are helping, and how you plan to make money. This will help to create a narrative that will resonate with your audience. When delivering your presentation, there are a few tips and techniques you can use to make sure it goes smoothly. You'll want to make sure to speak clearly, use pauses for emphasis, and make eye contact with your audience. You'll also want to remain confident and enthusiastic, and use body language to emphasize your points. Using these techniques will help to make your presentation more engaging and persuasive. In conclusion, a well-crafted pitch deck should give an overview of your business and help you to articulate your vision and strategy. It should include information about your company background, problem and solution, target market and competitive landscape, team and business model, and financials. When it comes to design and presentation, you'll want to consider layout, color scheme, font selection, and the use of visuals. And finally, you'll want to practice and prepare for your presentation using storytelling and delivery tips and techniques. Now that you know how to create a compelling pitch deck, it's time to get started. Take the time to gather the right information, design the presentation, and practice your delivery. With a well-crafted pitch deck, you'll be able to articulate your vision and showcase the potential of your business. So what are you waiting for? Get started today and make your pitch decks stand out from the crowd.